Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, Busey Bank. Busey, your dream, our promise. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Spotlight. I'm your host, Jay Mournette, and joining me now are Phil Carmody and Kirby Martin. And they're from the Naperville Professional Firefighters for a Cause. So, long name, nice short acronym, NPFFC, so I like that. And we're going to start with you, Phil. Tell us a little bit about your organization, how you got started, and what you're all about.
Sure. So we are the Naperville Professional Firefighters for a Cause. We were formed as a way to engage the membership of the Naperville Professional Firefighters to give back to the community in ways with some organization, really. We had a strong membership, a very charitable group of people who we wanted to gather and use to engage the community to support causes that exist, really. So it's our membership finding causes in the community that are valuable and useful and need some support, and us finding ways to support missions that really already exist in different ways.
I think that's wonderful. I mean, first of all, thank you for your service as first responders. I mean, we could not be more grateful, and I think, everybody values that and the role you play in the community professionally. But what I like about this is two things. One is that you're giving your membership this outlet to do this volunteer stuff. But the other thing is you're coming alongside other organizations. You're not starting something new. You're coming alongside organizations that have already got missions and helping them lift them up, which is terrific. So kudos to you. So give me some examples of what kinds of events that you're doing.
Sure. So we kind of kick off the year with St. Baldrick's, which supports childhood cancers. That's usually held at the Marriott here in Naperville. Then we kind of lead into muscular dystrophy. That's you may see the firefighters around the corners with boots in their hands collecting donations, and we support, like I said, the Muscular Dystrophy Association with that. Kind of leads us into our golf outing that we have every year. For that, it's a golf outing held in Woodridge, and we've had some different beneficiaries from that as far as the Turning Point organization, and this year it was for Naperville Response for our Veterans.
Nice.
After that, we go into a 5K. We have a 5K coming up at the end of this month. And then we go into November and December with a firehouse food fight. So we collect clothing and food donations that goes to usually Loaves and Fishes, and then they can distribute it from there. So a lot of good events that we hold. Yeah,
you really are pacing yourselves, Kirby, through the course of the year. That's a lot of stuff that you are doing. Now, about how many people are engaged with you in this effort of your members?
Usually, we have about 200 members throughout the fire department, and then as well as the outside organizations that help us out. So probably anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people throughout the year that help us out with these causes. So
that's great. Now, Phil, you mentioned, Kirby mentioned some of the organizations that have benefited. Say a little bit more about who benefits.
Sure. So we started in 2011, and since there's been a series of beneficiaries throughout the years. Some of the events rotate in who is to benefit, but several we have annually provided support to. So St. Baldrick's was mentioned, Muscular Dystrophy Association, Turning Point Autism Foundation, the Edward Hospital Kids Cancer Center, the Edward Hospital Cancer Center, Naperville Response for our Veterans, Camp IME, which is a burn camp fundraiser through the Illinois Fire Service Institute. And then the latest of our events is the Firehouse Food Fight. And so the first year was Loaves and Fishes was the sole beneficiary, just food donations. But we added the aspect of clothing donations this year, and that includes Sharing Connections, Midwest Veterans Organization, and I think there was a third one as far as the clothing. It's escaping me right now, but so we added some beneficiaries
established
to that.
Organizations, though.
Yes.
I mean, and that's again the kind of the good part, right? Because they already know who they're serving, how to get that stuff to them. So you're really coming alongside and helping them lift up what they need to do their mission.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know how hard it can be to run an organization, and I think our earliest realization was we don't want to start organization and mission. We want to just support ones that exist that are great, that we believe in as a membership, and a way to kind of help this community be stronger. So that was sort of our sole original catalysts.
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful mission. I mean, I think it just absolutely, it's something that we're a nonprofit as the television station, it's something that people need. It's that additional capacity to be able to leverage and bring along their mission. So I think that's terrific. Kirby, what's the next event that you've got coming up this year?
Coming up September 29th is our annual Stop, Drop, and Run 5K. So as Phil mentioned, that the beneficiary is Camp I Am Me. So children that have been burned in fires and otherwise, we get to send them to camp and they get to share their experiences. So that's coming up September 29th at our Fire Station 7, which is off Aurora Avenue. And you can find out that information on our website. Okay. And that actually leads right into our open house, annual open house here at the firehouse.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that just tears me up a little bit just even thinking about what you're doing for those kids. That's wonderful stuff. Phil, as you look to the future, kind of what are the plans for your organization?
I think it's really important that we realize what our capacity is to engage the energy of our membership in both time, talent, and financial ability, and staying in that wheelhouse of what we have to offer to other missions. We want to be relevant and we want to be engaged in missions within the community that are doing good work. And so I think it's a matter of us just being responsive and aware of what's happening, where needs are, and how we can take our energy and push that into space that can help other organizations grow and other needs be met.
Okay. Kirby, as we wrap up, how can other organizations or businesses kind of support you and come alongside to, again, continue to work together, to collaborate together, to lift up?
Absolutely. We're very interested in other businesses or foundations that would like to help us out or come alongside of us. The best way is through our website to contact us. If you're not good with a computer, then you can always stop in a firehouse here in Naperville. They're going to know who Phil and I am, so that's another way to contact us.
Hey, maybe they could get a little tour while they're there. I know that's always one of my favorite things is to get in the firehouse and maybe stop by for lunch because you guys cook some good food. I know that too. So thank you so much for all you're doing in the community and for sharing a little bit about where you're going and the kinds of events that you're hosting in order to benefit the community. We appreciate the efforts.
Thanks.
If you would like to learn more about how you can support the Naperville Professional Firefighters for a Cause, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.